Bravo, Insomniac Games. I will give you all types of props for this. What's up, everybody? This is Cedric from Endless Effort, and I'm just here to bring you my extra 2 cents on Spider-Man for PS4. This game is just the bee's knees with a side of cheese. I definitely enjoyed the mess out of this game every step of the way when I played it. The rundown to the story is that Peter Parker's been Spider-Man for 8 years. He's currently going after Kingpin to finally put him behind bars. Of course, that goes through. That teaches you how to do the web swinging and how the combat all goes down. Once that's all said and done, a new supervillain comes on the scene called Mr. Negative, and he's just trying to encroach on the turf of the Kingpin while Kingpin is behind bars. Later on, you do meet other villains along as well, such as the Sinister Six, like Shocker, Electro, Rhino, just all the other classic Spider-Man villains that you want to expect in the game. And of course, they're just working to just take down the whole city. But you just got to play the rest of the story to find out how that goes down. I will say the combat is very, very fun. It's a mix between the Arkham series and Ratchet & Clank. Arkham-wise, it has a couple stealth sections. It has the combat system where you have punches, dodges, and you also have finishers. Ratchet & Clank wise, you just have a bunch of gadgets at your disposal that you can use to incapacitate your enemies. Like you'll have your regular web shooter, you'll have web bombs, you'll have trip mines, web drones, all that stuff. And it always makes the combat definitely seem varied as how you can take down multiple foes. But I will say the combat is still challenging enough as to where you can die if you're not paying attention, because these enemies will gang up on you and they will be relentless even on normal difficulty. Now the traversal itself, it's as good as you would expect Spider-Man to be compared to like Spider-Man 2 or Ultimate Spider-Man. His webs actually stick to buildings this time around. It's not in the air, just swinging just to swing. He can zip his line to certain perches, and he can jump off of them. He can also run on walls, just do a whole bunch of air tricks, all that stuff. And it is very, very fun. And it definitely has a lot of momentum that you can build up just by going through the city. Now, I will say that even though you can build up a lot of momentum, you will sometimes come across times in which, for some reason, he'll just slow down in a swing when you're trying to just get off the ground. And that does definitely slow it down a bit. But it's nothing too bad to harp on. There are also some stealth sections with Mary Jane Watson and Miles Morales. Those are far and few in between, so you won't come across them a lot in the game, but they are there, and you will need to get past those to progress the story. Also, aside from that, you do have a lot of side missions, story missions. There's also random crimes that show up throughout the city. You also have radio towers that you can get to unlock more of the map. There's also landmarks that you can take pictures of, backpack collectibles that Spider-Man can grab, and also provide a little backstory as to why he used it. You use all of those to gain tokens, and those tokens are used to actually upgrade your suit powers, like mods and just regular suit powers in general. You also use those to buy different Spider-Man suits that you can wear in-game. The different Spider-Man suits mainly are comic book based, so you will get the one from the game, but you'll also get like 25 other suits that were based on the comics. Another thing that I do like about that, though, is that whenever you wear a different Spider-Man suit, it does show up in cutscenes and gameplay and on like the loading screens as well, so as to keep it as coherent as possible. And like I said, those suits are fucking magnifique. They are the best looking suits I've ever seen in a Spider-Man game, and I do like the choice of suits that they did give for it. Only gripes that I did have with the game, aside from the web swinging part where it would slow down a bit, was that I got into a glitch with some of the enemies that I was fighting. They got caught behind a box, and I had to throw out a lot of my gadgets just to try and finish them off while I was doing a base battle. Another thing I got is that Miles Morales, while I was doing a mission with him, T-posed a bit, and I was like, yo, why is he T-posing? I hope this doesn't happen for the rest of the mission. Luckily it didn't. He went back to normal after a couple seconds, and I just rolled through that mission like butter. Like good butter. In closing thoughts, I do feel like that anyone who is a Spider-Man fan, they should pick up this game. If you have a PS4, you should buy it. Graphics look amazing. It is top-notch. The creme de la creme of Spider-Man so far. I can't wait to see what Insomniac does in the next installment of the game, and to see what new villains and characters that they add. There is also a DLC coming out for it. I will be going to give my 2 cents on that, showing off a couple little bits of gameplay, missions, and some of just the suits that they're adding in the game. Thank you for watching my 2 cents on this. If you've enjoyed it, just go ahead and put a like. If there are any things that I forgot to add in here, just go ahead and put it down in the comments. Once again, thank you all for watching this video. I'll be glad to answer any questions that you guys have about the game.